Hello there. How's everybody? This is, for those of you who are new to my channel, first of all, my name is Michelle Wiggins, and I am the um, CEO of Pinkit for the Cure. And Pinkit for the Cure is the cure part is for the cure for breast cancer and just bringing awareness to breast cancer. And then, of course, the Pinkit part is um, when I what uh, maybe 10 or so years ago, I just fell in love with the color pink before I even received the breast cancer diagnosis that I received in 2017. So you'll have to go back and watch previous videos and all that, or, purchase my prayer journal, and you can learn all about that story. Also, you can go to my website and go back to some of the history there. But anyway, today I am first of all, thank you um, for visiting my channel and all the things, the bell, the subscription, all of that. So that would be definitely awesome, and then of course sharing it with others. But today, first of all, second of all, or third of all, whatever number I'm on right now, I was watching one of my former students, and I'm also an educator. One of my former students, um, she she has a YouTube channel, and she was on her channel. She was thanking someone else for, or congratulating someone else for their um, accomplishments, and her name is Shani, and you can kind of go and subscribe to her channel. She's a motivational, um, YouTuber, and that's my one of my former babies. So I love you, Shani. Shout out to you. But she was shouting out someone else, and the other person, some of you may be familiar with, may have already been following her. But her name is what is it? Shoot, ah, I forgot her name all of a sudden. Dodash. That's who it is. So her YouTube channel is Dough, And so anyway, so when I saw that my former students were shouting her out, of course, I had to go and check her out and see what she was congratulating her for. So obviously, she recently received a check from YouTube, and so I just started listening to her, and guess what? Just like that, she motivated me. Yes, I have several videos. I started this YouTube thing when I started my walk. I started with Mary Kay, and then I moved on to Pink It for the Cure. But so that's how I kind of started the YouTubing. But and so I don't have. I'm almost embarrassed to say how many followers I have, but it's okay. Everyone has a starting point. So I'm at a point in my life where I don't get easily embarrassed. I don't get moved by things. I'm good with constructive criticism. I used to have it growing up, didn't like it then, but it definitely has made me a better person now. So I really, not that I don't care. I don't have this, oh, I don't care, nonchalant attitude, but I just, you know, pick my battles, and like Doe Dash was saying in her video, and she's a few years younger than me, and but she inspired me. We can be inspired by you can be inspired by anyone, no matter what their age is, race, gender, and so she inspired me. So here I am doing a video on beets, celery, almond butter, and cabbage. Hopefully that did catch your attention. And that's another thing. We don't have to sit here and, like she was saying, and like I'm starting to believe, I'm team Android, number one. So I am on my Android phone, and yes, this camera is popping, and yes, it is doing what it needs to do. I know a lot of people are team iPhone. A lot of people that I love are iPhone users, and they're gonna try to come for me. But guess what? Android in the house. Android. And um, so beets, celery, almond butter. I forgot about the rest. Raisins, apples, and cabbage. So, um, as you can see in the pictures. And so Um, that's what I want to talk about today. And I'm peculiar. I'm going to say peculiar. I'm not going to say weird. I'm not going to say gross. Okay. I'm going to say I'm peculiar. I'm a peculiar eater. My taste buds, as my mom says, are different from everybody else's, and that's fine with me. But I came home and I was hungry. I hadn't eaten. I was kind of fasting a little bit there, whether it was purposely or not. Sometimes I don't know if anybody else does this, but you just forget to eat or just don't eat. Sometimes it might be a planned fast, but it really wasn't planned. But I just did. Sometimes your intermittent fast, your an intermittent fast can kind of be longer than you may have planned. But anyway, so when I did get ready to want to eat, these are the things that I decided I wanted to eat. And so um, I'm into beets now, raw beets. I don't like the canned and the pickle or whatever beets. That's what made me not like them when I was growing up. But now that I have become a whole adult, I like the raw beets. And so I washed and sliced up me some beets, and I was showing a picture of how the beets will dye your hand almost immediately. So this is probably some people may use beet juice to dye hair. It seemed like it could because it totally between beets and turmeric will stain up your fingers, honey. So then, and this was the funny one, and I hope I don't make a mess because I'm Team Android, my phone doesn't do like some of y'all's other phones do. So, but it's all good. I'm still gonna work this out. So then I made a semi snack dessert, which is celery almond butter with the nuts in it and raisins on top. I know this has probably been a treat that parents make for their kids, but I made it for myself. Okay. Now y'all getting into that combination so far. So far it was raw beets. I'm laughing at my own self. Raw beets, almond butter with the crunchy almond butter that has the nuts in it. I love that kind. Even when I eat peanut butter, I like the crunchy peanut butter. Then I put the raisins on it to give it a little pop of sweetness. And then my other part of my dessert is apples, and I also dip my apples from time to time in almond butter as well. Get into it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't want to be rude and continue to chew in your face like that. And then lastly is my cabbage. Yes, I sauteed cabbage, and it kind of has that yellow tint to it because I make my own seasoning. Well, I combine different seasonings together to create um, my seasoning, and it has turmeric in it. And if you know, you know about turmeric. I mean, um, it's definitely healthy for you as an antioxidant and as a healthy spice, and helps with inflammation. And so you put it, the certain cultures put it in their food all the time. So anyway, I definitely know that is a funky combination, but it's my combination. And then lastly, I have my cacao. 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 I think that's how you pronounce it. The cacao bean, the cacao nibs, coffee. And so, yes, that is a funky combination, but it's my combination. But my reason for sharing that is that, you know what? We don't need to be worried about what other people think. If they turn their nose up at us, and it doesn't have to be food, it can be anything that we may be doing that may be weird to them. Like I said, I'm not adopting the word weird because it's not in the Bible that I know of, but peculiar is. And so I am a peculiar person. I'm a peculiar individual. And those of you who know me, you can go ahead on and comment uh, how you really feel about me. Um, I know I kind of cringe when people do that on social media. What do you, what do you think about me? Or when you first saw me, what was your first impression or stuff like that? And me personally, I used to be. I probably could do it now, but I used to be like, ooh, I don't know what they're gonna say. But anyway, I just want to encourage you that don't worry about what anybody else is thinking, especially like if you are at work and you have your lunch and you want to have this combination, you go ahead on and do it. Get you some beets, some apples, some almond butter, some raisins, and some cabbage. Okay, and I am totally gonna eat this. I'm pretty much trying to eat a more raw diet right now, and so that's why I have this combination. Now, the only thing that I did cook, of course, like I said, was this cabbage, but you don't have to kill the cabbage, by the way. You don't kill all the nutrients out your vegetables. So even if you're not wanting to be fully raw, go ahead on and saute it. Just kind of touch it a little bit. You should be able to. Let me show you. I'm not gonna be rude, but I just want you to hear it. Mm. Drop some of it. Listen to that. You hear that? Mm-hmm. Y'all heard that? I wasn't trying to be rude and smack and crunch in your ear because I know some people that is a pet peeve. It's one of mine too. But I wanted you to hear the crunch. For years, some of us have overcooked our veggies. And so has become a tradition. And I'm not trying to take away from Big Mama's tradition and Mama's, you know, you know, award-winning greens, cabbage, and cornbread and all. But health-wise, all right. Another thing about this channel is this is with health and wellness. Okay. I probably should have said that at the beginning too. But this is a health and wellness channel, spirit, soul, and body. And so we want to stay healthy. So we want to get our nutrients from the things that God has provided us with. And we don't have to spend a whole lot of extra money on, vitamins and medicines. Go ahead and get it from your veggies. hmm Go ahead and, you know, you can cook them, but you don't have to kill them. I mean, because they was already dead when they got cut out the ground or whatever. And things just aren't the way they used to. Again, I talk about this in some of my other videos when I was focusing on certain aspects of carbs and other nutrients that our body needs. I was um, playing around with my uncle. He just had his birthday, turned 67. Hey, Uncle Ronnie. And I was saying, Uncle Ronnie, you need your nutrients. And he just cracked up. I wasn't trying to tell a joke, but he was cracking up because I said, you know what people need to survive. Just like most people know what plants need to survive, what do people need to survive? And one of those things is nutrients. Sometimes we say food, but it's nutrients. We cannot survive without our nutrients. Okay? And so I'm not saying you have to go full on raw because I'm not quite 100% there yet myself. But when you're cooking your veggies, um, think about not killing them again because that's a double death for the poor things. They already anyway. That's it for today. That's it for now. I'm gonna be on here a lot more often. I'm not gonna focus on who's not supporting me or who's not commenting because if you go and listen to this young lady, and I've gotten encouragement from some other people too. Shout out to my big little brother Antonio Carter as well. Um, Follow him too. I can't think of the name of his YouTube channel right now, but he's all about affiliate marketing, And I've always been confused about that. But guess what? I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it because, as she said, and as we know, as Christians, people need us, you know. And so, and even if you're not a Christian, you know what I'm saying? People need people to encourage them sometimes and to inspire them and to help them, the self-help books and the self-help this and that and the, self-care and, you know, um, so let's not hold on to, she's right, don't hold on to stuff, you know, share it. Share your story. Don't be afraid. I know oftentimes it's because of fear, whether we want to admit it or not. And God been delivered me from the spirit of fear. So, I don't know what I've been sitting here waiting on and waiting for. So, just and sometimes you might have to do stuff afraid, you know. Like somebody might be say, "Oh, look at her hair sticking up." Honey, this is the style, honey. I'm not worried about it. I love my hair. Thank God for it because once upon a time I didn't have any. So, how about that? So anyway, oh my goodness. I know some people have videos that are hours long and I'm at 16 minutes and I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to, be boring. Anyway, whoever this is for. I love you guys. There's nothing you can do about it and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Love you till next time. Peace.